Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be starting The Legend of Korra. We recently finished Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you are new to this channel and never seen those, check out my playlist. The entire playlist is over there. I really enjoyed that series, so I am super excited to start this one. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Korra will be coming out 2 times a week, so make sure that you guys subscribe. That's that really helps. Leave a comment, smash that like button. If you want to see these early and uncut, check out the Patreon by becoming a patron, patreon.com/AJRich123, and let's go ahead and start. Okay, so we get like a little intro like we did with Avatar in the beginning.
When I was a boy, my father, Avatar Aang, told me the story of how he and his friends heroically ended the 100-Year War.
Oh shit, okay. So the narrator is Aang's son, so we're going decently in the future then. Holy crap, okay. All right.
Avatar Aang and Fire Lord Zuko transformed the Fire Nation colonies into the United Republic of Nations, where benders and non-benders from all over the world could live and thrive together.
Big changes.
Republic City.
That is a humongous
accomplished
difference.
Many remarkable things in his life. But sadly, his time in this world came to an end. The cycle of the Avatar began anew.
So the series starts with his death then.
White Lotus has honored my family by coming. Thank you.
The animation quality is definitely up, for sure.
We have investigated many claims.
I can tell it's
both
gotten a
here
bit
and
better.
in the northern tribe. All have turned out to be false.
Then you should be happy to know your search has come to an end.
What makes you so sure your daughter is the one?
Korra, please come in here.
Well, the series is called Korra, so...
I'm the Avatar. You gotta deal with
Wait, so she could do everything as a little kid. She could do everything early and knew all the elements that early. So she's fully prepared to be the Avatar. A little bit big of a difference. Damn.
She's strong.
She lacks restraint.
Overkill.
Hey, why all the doom and gloom, people? We should be celebrating. 3 elements down, 1 to go.
You're getting ahead of yourself as usual, Korra. We haven't decided.
Okay,
if
so
you
she
passed
is
the
missing one.
firebending test yet.
Ever since you were a little girl, you've excelled at the physical side of bending,
Or
but
passing one.
completely ignored the spiritual side.
He's Mr. Spiritual.
Do you believe she's ready, Master Katara?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
If
shit.
anyone can teach her what she needs to learn, it's Tenzin.
Okay, that is just odd. So that... that's... oh, wow. That's Katara. It's going to be really weird. How many people are we going to see really old? Because Aang was young. I mean, they were all young. And I guess everybody could technically be in this series, right? But just super, super old.
Very well, Korra. It's time for you to begin your airbending training.
Yes! Finally! Thank you all for believing
Kind of the
in me.
opposite with Aang, who already had airbending. Oh my god.
Tenzin will be
That's
here
a
in few
big
days.
doggo.
Don't worry, we're not going far.
So everyone must be really protective of her because she's training to be the Avatar.
Naga, go! That a girl.
Is that Appa?
Are we there yet? I know this is very familiar. Are we here yet? Are we here yet? Oh, please let me hear.
Yes, Iki. As I've been telling you for the last 15 minutes, we are finally...
What the hell?
Hello, Mother. I can't tell you how happy
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, did they bring back like the airbending nomads, or did Aang? There's going to be so many questions like what they ended up doing afterwards, but that's Aang's son. Okay, so I can see that. So Korra, So okay, or not Korra, sorry, Katara. So Katara and Aang did get together, and that's their son. I mean, that's what I mean. I would have thought that by the ending of Avatar, I would have thought they got together. But is that? Oh my God, it's just this is just a lot. So that's all his kids.
So good to see all of you.
I've been dying to ask you, what happened to Zuko's mom?
Well, Denora.
Good
it's an
question!
incredible tale.
Gran, you look old. How old are
That's
you?
important.
Why is it so cold in the South Pole? Can we make a campfire and all huddle around it and tell scary stories and make snowmen? And then can you make the snowman move with waterbending and chase us? Wouldn't that be fun? Huh? Wouldn't it?
That's like
Emma, let me
Aang's
help you.
energy.
Careful now. Careful.
Stop doting on me. I'm not helpless. I'm just pregnant.
The baby's strong. I see another airbender in your future.
All I want is one child like me. A nice non-bender who doesn't blast wind in my face every 5 seconds.
Mommy, look! I'm a snowbender!
Yeah, she doesn't seem pleased.
Were Tenzin and his siblings this crazy when they were kids?
Kaya and Boomy certainly were, but Tenzin has
Boomy?
been rather serious.
Mother.
So he named one after. Oh, that's cool.
Can't wait to get started.
Oh.
Yes. Well.
You're going to have to tell her sooner or later.
Wait, tell me what?
You're not staying, are you?
I'm afraid not. We're only visiting for the night. Then I have to return to Republic City.
But no, you're supposed to move here. You're supposed to teach me.
I'm sorry, Korra. Your airbending training is going to have to wait.
So,
Well, that's
how
not
long
good.
Until you're ready to teach me airbending? A week? A month?
It could be much longer.
I don't understand. Why are you making me wait?
I have a responsibility to Republic City. I'm one of its leaders, and the situation there is very unstable right now.
But you also have a responsibility to teach me. Believe me, I'd be happy to find another airbending master, but you're the only one.
I was about to say, there can't be many.
I wish there were another way.
Avatar Aang tasked us with keeping you safe while you mastered the 4 elements.
That would make
I get
sense
that,
for her to
but I
be a
don't
little
think
bit more
keeping me
isolated.
Locked up in this compound like a prisoner is what he had in mind.
I know this is difficult to accept, but it's not the right time for you to come to the city.
Whatever.
Bye-bye, Gran.
Oogie? Yip yip.
Though I can see why it would be kind of sad for her not being able to have. I doubt she had a normal childhood, but I would think most avatars don't. Comes with the job.
I have to leave. I have to find my own path as the Avatar.
I know you do. Aang's time has passed. My brother and many of my friends are gone.
Oh,
It's time
so
for
even
you
Sokka's
and your
gone.
generation to take
Damn.
the responsibility of keeping peace and balance in the world. And I think you're going to.
That
be
makes
a
me
great
sad.
Avatar.
Thank you.
I want to see an old
Goodbye,
Sokka.
Korra.
I'll miss you.
We love you so much.
So I guess that's like her Appa, her companion. I'm liking her personality so far.
Naga, we're here. Thanks for the ride.
Wow. I'm sure technology has boosted a bit too.
I've never seen so many Saturmobiles.
Yeah. Oh, what the heck? Statue of Aang is like the Statue of Liberty?
Air Temple Island. That's where Tenzin lives. You ready for a little swim, girl? Sorry about that. Excuse us. Coming through. Heads up. Sorry.
Normal things through the big city.
Naga, wait.
You gotta pay for
We'll
that.
take one of everything, please.
That'll be 20 yuan.
I don't have any money.
Then what good are you?
Why
to me?
wouldn't you go? Be like, can I borrow a little
Don't
bit?
worry, girl. The city's huge. I bet we can find a place to rustle up something to eat.
Say, think I can get one of them tasty smelling fishies?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, do you live in that bush?
Yes, presently that is what I do call home. Took me a while to procure a bush that beauteous. This park is quite popular with all the vagabonds.
So, there are a lot of you out here? I thought everyone in the city was living it up.
I'm sure that's not the case.
Hey, you got a lot to learn, newcomer. Welcome to Republic City.
Hey, you! Stop! You can't fish here! Are you tired of living under the tyranny of benders? Then join the Equalists! For too long, the bending elite of this city have forced non-benders to live as lower-class citizens! Join Amon, and together we will tear down the bending establishment!
What are you talking about? Bending is the coolest thing in the world.
Oh, yeah? Let me guess.
This is
You're
different.
A bender.
Yeah, I am.
And I bet you just love to knock me off this platform with some water bending, huh?
I'm seriously thinking about it.
This is what's wrong with the city! Benders like this girl only use their power to oppress us!
What? I'm not oppressing anyone. You're oppressing yourself.
That didn't even make sense!
I guess that's what happens when you bring everybody together in one city. I could see why that would
I'm lost. How
people
do I
would
get to
fight with each other or
Airport
not like
Just head down
certain
this
things.
street. Mr. Chung, please tell me that you have my money, or else I can't guarantee I can protect your fine
Gangsters.
establishment.
I'm sorry. Business has been slow. Please, take one of my phonographs.
My friend here is not a music lover.
Or if you have
Give me
benders
the money.
acting like that, I can
Else-
see why
Or
they
else
wouldn't like
what,
it.
Hoodlum?
And using bending the wrong way.
Since you're obviously fresh off the boat, let me explain a couple things. You're in triple threat triad territory, and we're about to put you in the hospital.
You're the only ones who are gonna need a hospital. And for your sake, I hope there's one nearby.
Who do you think you are?
Why don't you come and find out?
What just happened? Did she just earthbend?
That's when you run, or not.
Can she firebend too?
Could she be?
And property damage.
Got an idea about who I am now, chumps? You're not getting away!
And road damage. And more building damage. I have a feeling this is not going to be good for her either. Yep, when there's cops in the... 'Cause now they're going to have to fix the roads. What the hell? We're going Attack on Titan on this bitch?
Arrest them! You're under arrest too.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
What do you mean?
Lots
under
of
arrest?
charges.
Those are the bad guys over there. They were smashing up a shop.
From the looks of it, you smashed up a lot more than that.
Wait, you can't arrest me. Let me explain.
You can explain yourself all you like down at headquarters.
So wouldn't you think she might get a pass because her airbending teacher runs the city, right? Not that they know that. I will say the atmosphere and kind of the environment and stuff, it feels different than the original series for sure, than Avatar. Maybe it's just because a lot of the stuff looks more modern. It's not in a bad way, though.
Let's see. Multiple counts of destruction of private and city property, not to mention evading arrest. You're in a whole mess of trouble, young lady.
But there were some thugs threatening a helpless shopkeeper, and I
Can
had to...
it? You should have called the police and stayed out of the way.
It's my duty to help people. See, I'm the Avatar.
Oh,
That excuse sometimes worked in the original series.
Your Avatar title might impress some people, but not me.
All right, fine. Then I want to talk to whoever's in charge.
You're talking to her. I'm Chief Beifong.
Wait, Beifong? Lin Beifong? You're Toph's daughter.
Oh.
What of it?
Well then, why are you treating me like a criminal?
Everyone's okay, so we're just gonna get like everybody related to everybody in this. If I ever miss anything, you guys gotta let me know, because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of connections to the original series. I really do, so I gotta make sure I pay attention. But I don't know why, but why do I have a hard time imagining Toph? Who did Toph meet?
Avatar Aang and your mother were friends. They saved the world together.
That's ancient history. And it's got diddly squat to do with the mess you're in right
Who
now.
could keep up with
can't
Toph?
just waltz in here and dole out vigilante justice like you own the place?
Sorry, I got a little sidetracked on my way to see you.
Lin, you are looking radiant as usual.
Cut the garbage, Tenzin. Why is the Avatar in Republic City? I thought you were supposed to be moving down to the South Pole to train her.
My relocation has been delayed. The Avatar, on the other hand, will be heading back to the South Pole immediately, where she will stay put.
But
if you would be so kind as to drop the charges against Korra, I will take full responsibility for today's regrettable events and cover all the damages.
Yep. Costs.
Fine. Get her out of my city.
Always a pleasure, Lin. Let's go, Korra.
Tenzin,
What the hell?
Don't send me back home.
You blatantly disobeyed my wishes and the
So
orders of
fucking
the White
random.
Lotus.
Katara agreed with me that I should come. She said my destiny is in Republic City.
Don't bring my mother into this.
Look, I can't wait any longer to finish my training. Being cooped up and hidden away from the world isn't helping
Is
me
he a
become
mama's
a better
boy?
Avatar. I saw a lot of the city today, and it's totally out of whack. I understand now why you need to stay. Republic City does need you, but it needs me too.
Is this your polar bear dog, miss?
Good doggo. I feel like we missed so much. Are we gonna get backstory, like, of what happened in between? I really want to know.
Are you coming to live with us on the island?
No, I'm sorry, Iki. I have to go home now.
Wait. I have done my best to guide Republic City towards the dream my father had for it. But you are right. It has fallen out of balance since he passed. I thought I should put off your training in order to uphold his legacy. But you are his legacy. You may stay and train airbending here with me.
Oh.
Republic City needs its Avatar once again.
Yes! Thank you!
So this
Hello?
gets a press conference?
I'm Korra. Your new Avatar.
Does this mean you've moved to Republic City?
Were you trying to send a message to the Triads yesterday?
Will you be fighting crime or the anti-bending revolution, or both?
Will you be working with Chief Beifong and the police?
Yes, I am definitely here to stay, but honestly, I don't exactly have a plan yet. See, I'm still in training, but look, all I know is Avatar Aang meant for this city to be the center of peace and balance in the world. And I believe we can make his dream a reality. I look forward to serving you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Republic City.
All right, that's all the questions the...
What is this?
Come on. How do you want to handle this?
So, the Avatar has arrived early. It looks like we'll have to accelerate our plans.
What is that voice? All right. Well, that was a very interesting first episode. I didn't know what to expect. A sequel series, I really didn't know. I like that it's in the future, though I kind of like miss the characters. I hate that Sokka is dead and that we don't like. It's cool that there's an opportunity to see maybe some of these characters way older and different and stuff, and you know, descendants of them, or you know, sons, daughters, granddaughters, grandsons. But I think it's just because I became so attached to the characters from Avatar. But I have to kind of get that out of my head. I think that's gonna really help. The environment is different, but I think Korra is a good character. Like, I'm liking her so far. I think a main character, you really can like, you meet a good main character for a show, and especially going off of Avatar and going from Aang to another main character, I think that's really big shoes to fill. I'm liking her so far. I like her personality. I like that Aang's son is somehow centered in here and is going to be her airbending teacher. I think the connections are good. Katara's still around, but old, but that's good. The environment and stuff is different. I can tell that this series might be a little bit I'm trying to think of the right word. I don't want to say more mature, because it doesn't feel more mature. I feel like the tone feels different to me in some ways, but I really think it's because we're getting all these new characters and we're so used to like Sokka, Katara, Aang, and that balance of using the word balance, that balance of characters. So it's just kind of getting used to a new set of characters. I think that's what the biggest thing is, but everything else is there. I feel immersed in the world. I'm interested in the new city and just what's happened. Like, I really want to know what's happened in between. How the I know we have a city where there's benders and non-benders, but is it like waterbenders, earthbenders and stuff? Is there other villages and towns? I just want to know what happened to the world, because they built in the original series, they built that world up so much. I want to know what happened to it everywhere. I think we have to really appreciate how well the world building was in the original series, which makes me personally care about what happened to it, which there's some shows that doesn't give you that. So it doesn't even deserve, like, some series don't deserve a sequel series because you're not going to care. I feel like this one definitely, I care. I want to know what happens.
And in the final round, the Buzzard Wasps won with a decisive knockout. What do you say we go to the arena tonight? Catch a few pro bending matches.
That sport is a mockery of the noble tradition of bending.
Come on, Tenzin. I've dreamed about seeing a pro bending match since I
Pro
was a kid,
bending.
and now I'm just a ferry ride away from the arena.
Korra, you're not here to watch that drivel. You're here to finish your Avatar training. So for the time being, I want you to remain on the island.
He is definitely
Is that why you're keeping
serious.
the White Lotus sentries around to watch my every move?
Yes. In order to learn airbending, I believe you require a calm, quiet environment, free from any distraction.
Way more serious than Aang.
All right, you're the master.
Though I wonder if Aang got more serious the older he got.
But every single time I've tried airbending, nothing.
That's perfectly all right. We just need to be patient. Often the element that's the most difficult for the Avatar to master is the one most opposite to the Avatar's personality. For Aang, it was earthbending.
Yeah, well, I'm about as opposite an airbender as
So
you
she
get.
is the opposite of
Let's
Aang.
begin your first lesson.
Korra's gonna airbend! Korra's gonna airbend!
What is that contraption?
A time-honored tool that teaches the most fundamental aspect of airbending. Jinora, would you like to explain this exercise?
The goal is to weave your way through the gates and make it to the other side without touching them.
Seems easy enough.
I actually really like that she's learning airbending, just because that was the one thing we didn't really see Aang learn. It was like we saw him learn all the other elements. I mean, the basics or whatever. We saw him in flashbacks, but it's something that we didn't really get to learn the concept of learning airbending. And I find that interesting personally, so I'm kind of glad that we're going to get a focus in that in the series.
The key is to be like the leaf. Flow with the movement of the gates.
Damn.
Jinora will demonstrate. Airbending is all about spiral movements. When you meet resistance, you must be able to switch direction at a moment's notice.
So did Aang's other kids get good at airbending as well? Or was it just him? That was like a natural. Since they mentioned more kids.
Don't force your way through. Dance like the wind. Be the leaf.
She's trying.
Airbend. What is wrong with me?
Don't you wish you could just say it and it'll work?
Ugh. Maybe I'm just not cut out to be an airbender, huh, Naga?
Seems like she's just more of a natural, like, firebender.
For a spot in the upcoming championship
Or just all the other elements. Earthbending, all that.
kids, because this next match is gonna be a doozy. This Mako's got moxie. He advances, fires 2 quick shots. Yomo is hammered back to zone 3. Clock is winding down. Can Yomo hold on? He's teetering on the edge of the ring now. The Fire Parrots line up to strike.
Got that old school radio.
Korra, come down here, please.
You shut it off at the best part.
I thought I made myself clear. I don't want you listening to this distracting nonsense.
But it's their radio. And technically, you said I couldn't watch a match. You didn't say anything about listening to one.
The loopholes.
You know what I meant.
Also, I love that. I love that they have really big time voice actors. You guys let me know that J.K. Simmons is voicing, and that's kind of amazing. I wonder how many, because I remember the original series, there was a lot of voice actors, even some I recognize without even being told. So I'm curious the big names they got for this show. Let me know in the comments.
I think I'm doing it wrong.
There's nothing to do. Let your mind and your spirit be free. For air is the element of freedom. Is something funny?
Yeah, you're telling me to embrace freedom, but you won't even let me listen to the radio? And forget about leaving this island.
Please, Korra. Look at Milo. He's able to meditate peacefully.
Actually,
He's got kind of a lumpy head.
Well, at least he has the relaxing part down.
Whatever. None of this airbending stuff makes any sense to me.
I know you're frustrated, but these teachings will sink in over time. Then, one day, they'll just click.
Yeah, it's not sinking in yet. I'm gonna go get a glass of
Meditation does not work for everybody.
Meditation's not over yet.
Daddy, can I have some lychee juice too?
No.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Hey, what are you doing in my gym?
I was just looking for a bathroom and I got lost.
Ah, the old I had to pee excuse. You know, I'm sick and tired of you kids sneaking in without paying. I'm taking you to security.
No, wait!
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. It's all right, Toza. She's with me.
Yeah, I'm with him.
So, you see, we're together.
Well, not together, more like friends.
Right, friends. No, I didn't mean to imply.
Oh, you implied it.
I don't care what you are. I got work to do.
Right this way, miss.
Thank you, sir.
Smooth.
Seriously, thanks.
What do you think? Best seats in the house, huh?
Korra.
Psst. Bolin. Yeah, I told you. You have to stop bringing your crazy fangirls in here before the matches. Get her out of here.
Ah, come on, Mako. All right, look, I kind of promised her she could stay, but man, I got a good feeling. There's something special about her. I know it. Come here. I want you to meet my brother, Mako.
Mako? Wow, I heard you play on the radio.
Come on, Bolin, we're up.
Or I could meet him later.
Yeah, sorry about that. My brother just gets real focused before a match. Okay, I gotta go. Wish me luck.
This is definitely different.
Then I'll need it.
I'm wondering how this works.
Knock him out!
They made a whole sport.
Introducing the Fire Ferrets!
The rookie Ferrets came from
Ferrets
nowhere
just
and
doesn't
have made it
sound
farther than
deadly.
anyone expected this season.
I guess unless they breathed fire and killed you through fire.
He tries to return the favor, but they're too fast for him. While Mako showcases his trademark cool under fire style. Oh, but Tiger Dillo's
It's actually kind of cool.
1-2 combo. Can their teammate hold on to their Zone 1 territory? Guess not. Mako's over the line. The Tiger Dillos get the green light and advance into Ferret territory.
Come on, Ferret!
It's a lot of rules.
Looks like Hasuk's in trouble. He's in Zone 3, teetering over the tree. And Hasuk takes a dip.
And
He'll be back
probably
for
kind of
round
dangerous.
2, assuming the fabulous Bending brothers can hold their ground until the next round.
Round 1 goes to the Golden Temple Tiger Dillos!
Turning bending into kind of a sport normalizes it a little bit, doesn't it?
The Fire Ferrets cinch the round in the closing seconds. It's one apiece. Still anyone's match as we go into the third and final round. Hasuk stumbles, and now he tumbles right into his teammate. He and Bolin better untangle quick if they don't want to. Oh, too late!
Damn.
Oh, no.
It's all up to Mako now. He's bobbing and weaving. He's weaving and bobbing. But he's not hitting back. If Mako's knocked out, the Ferret's fabulous season is over.
I swear I've heard this voice before.
Surviving the 3-on-1 barrage. It seems his plan is to let the Tiger Dillos punch themselves out. And his plan is working. Tom is in the pool. There's so much smoke and dust from the firefight, I can't even see where the Fire Ferret is.
Maybe it's just the way he's talking.
What a wing-dinger of a hat trick, folks. Mako pulls off the upset of the season, winning the match for the Fire Ferret.
Yeah, this Mako guy seems pretty good. Carrying the team.
Woohoo! Yes! One more win, and we're in the championship tournament. So, what'd you think, Cora? Bolin's got some moves, huh?
What did I think? What did I think? That was amazing!
You did more harm than good out there. You almost cost us the match.
Oh, you're still here?
Oh, you're still a jerk?
Ooh!
Anyway,
This is a bit kind
I've been immersed in
of
bending
serious.
my entire life, but I never learned how to move like that. It's like there's a whole new style here. Think you could show me a few tricks?
Absolutely. Right now? Come on, Bolin. Just ignore him. Yeah, I can show you the basics. I'm just not sure how my earth bending would translate to your water bending, but we'll figure it out.
Won't be a problem. I'm actually an earthbender.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Of course
no,
they're not
I
going to
didn't
assume
mean
that.
Because I was just figuring, with your water tribe getup, that you are a water tribe gal.
No, you're right. I'm a waterbender and a firebender.
Mm-hmm. I'm very confused right now. You're the Avatar, and I'm an idiot.
Both are true.
No way.
The Avatar.
All right, let's see what you got.
Kind of reminding me of Sokka a little bit.
Stay light on your toes, right up until the moment when you need to dig in and strike. Then, pop up.
Okay, let me try it again.
Wow! Nice adjustment. You're a natural at this.
Not bad.
What's
You would
it
think
take
she
to
would be.
impress This guy?
What? I said not bad. You know what? It's getting late. I think I'm gonna turn in. You kids have fun. Nice to meet you, Avatar Cora.
Yeah, been a real pleasure.
See you upstairs, bro.
Upstairs? You guys live here?
Yep, in the attic. It's nothing fancy. but we have some great views. So, back to bending. Why don't you throw that combo one more time?
Patience, Korra.
This is what happens when you don't study when you're not in class.
That was a 2,000-year-old historical treasure. What is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. I've been practicing just like you taught me, but it isn't sinking in, okay? It hasn't clicked like you said it would.
Korra, this isn't something you can
This
force.
is why you do your homework.
You would only listen to me.
I have been, but you know what I think? Maybe the problem isn't me. Maybe the reason I haven't learned airbending yet is because you're a terrible teacher.
Damn.
Yeah, you're a terrible teacher, Daddy.
Easily impressionable.
I don't know how to get through to her.
Dear, the best thing you can do right now is to give Korra some space.
You must promise me that your teenage years won't be like this.
I will make no such promises.
Yeah, I think you just have to expect that. It's teenagers.
I didn't miss your match,
It's a
did I?
phase.
You guys look like you lost already.
We might as well have.
This looks a no good, no show.
You got 2 minutes.
Oh, is she gonna have to step in the guy's place?
Well, there goes our shot at the tournament. And the winnings.
Can't you ask one of those guys to fill in?
Nah, the rules say you can only compete on one team.
Well, then, how about me? I'm a top-notch waterbender, if I do say so myself.
But you're the Avatar. Isn't that cheating?
You in or out?
We're in.
We are?
Yes.
Hey, I didn't agree to this.
You can thank me later.
You might as well.
Looks like the fire ferrets have ferreted out a last-minute replacement waterbender.
I've said that
see
a
if
couple
she's another
times.
diamond in the rough like the
This
brothers
girl
from the School
is
of Hard
crazy.
Knocks.
Don't do anything too fancy or aggressive. In fact, don't do anything. Just try not to get knocked off the ring.
You got it, Captain.
Players, are you ready?
Actually, I say that right before I date them.
Man overboard!
And we're back in action after that hiccup. But I'm not so sure this replacement player knows what she's doing.
Foul! Over the line! Move back to zone 3!
I'll show you over the line.
You're trying.
The Platypus Bears take round 1. The Platypus Bears know a green player when they see one, and they are focusing the brunt of their bending on this poor girl. Wait a minute, did that waterbender just earth bend?
Oh, see. She got desperate, so went against what she said she was going to do.
Did I see that right? Hold on, folks. We're just waiting for the referee's official call, but I think this replacement player could be...
Pardon me, everyone. But have you
Oh,
seen Korra
no.
this evening? She's not in her room.
You've got to be kidding me. She's the Avatar, folks, playing in a...
Great timing.
Can you believe that? This girl may be the Avatar, but she's no pro bender, and the Platypus Bears are intent on exploiting that weakness. And she's in the drain.
I guess she's just used to using multiple elements. And being a newbie.
Oh, hey, Tenzin. I thought you didn't like coming to these matches.
Once again, you have flagrantly disobeyed my orders. You were to stay on the island. Let's go.
No! I'm kind of in the middle of something.
I have tried my very best to get through to you by being gentle and patient. But clearly the only thing you respond to is force. So I am ordering you to come back to the temple right now.
Why? So I can sit around and meditate about how bad I am at airbending? You know, I'm beginning to think there's a reason I haven't been able to learn it. Because maybe I don't even need it.
Oh, no.
Being the Avatar isn't all about fighting, Korra. When will you learn that?
I have a match to go finish.
The more modern this gets, the more distractions. Probably the harder for the Avatar to learn everything.
The Platypus Bears come out of the gate and quickly go after the ferret brothers.
Like, think if you go from this modern to go to like our modern with phones and technology, like the technology level we're at right now. Try being the Avatar where you got like, you know, you got Twitter, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got YouTube, you got a billion. I don't even think it'd be possible to be the Avatar. I think they would literally be watching a 1-minute TikTok video and just not be able to expand. I just can't see it happening.
They're corralled in the corner, wedged in the edge of Zone 1, unable to come to the Avatar's rescue. And boy, does she need it. Looks like the Avatar's pro-bending debut is going to be cut short. She's been pushed back to Zone 3, and the water is calling her name. All of a sudden, the platypus bear strikes her only striking air.
Oh, she's doing it.
How about that?
The platypus bears have no juice left. But
And from
Mako
this-
and Bolin are still fresh and juicy.
You could say modernizing the training? She's technically not using airbending in the attack sense, but in the dodge. In those moments is when he reminds me of Aang. Not the serious ones.
Someone else taught me those moves. I'm really sorry about everything I said. I was really frustrated with myself, and I took it out on you.
I was trying to teach you about patience, but I lost mine.
No hard feelings?
Of course not. You moved just like an airbender.
Wait, you stayed and watched?
I did. Pro bending turned out to be the perfect teaching tool for you.
It worked.
I'll see you tomorrow for airbending practice, bright and early.
Maybe sometimes you gotta improvise in the
I
training.
permanently joined the Fire Ferrets, and we're playing in the tournament in a couple of weeks.
But also probably good to have some extracurricular activities. I really like the background, though. I like the city overall. Yeah, I think this episode kind of demonstrated that maybe they're using the old teachings for everything isn't gonna work for somebody from a more modern society, and maybe modernizing the training and kind of adapting to the times might help overall, as we saw near the end there. But it also shows just like how different she is to Aang, and as we saw in the original show, all the avatars, especially that one episode where it showed like how when all the avatars kind of showed up and started talking about their past, we saw a little bit how different all of them were, and they adapted to their surroundings. They went off of what was around them and what was going on at the time, and none of them were the same at all. Very different personalities. So this kind of shows that Korra is completely different. She's going to have to learn differently. Everything is just, it's gonna go differently. Also, it was kind of Tenzin, the way he's very serious most of the time, but you get like those little spurts when he was like, the way he was acting for half a second kind of reminds you, oh yeah, he's related to Aang. You get a little bit of that. I liked that. And you got some serious stuff. You can tell that Katara's his mom as well. I'm really liking him as a character as well. The voice acting is on par to Avatar so far. I think that was a strength for the original show, and I'm noticing that the voice acting is very good in this show as well. I'm enjoying this show. Seeing like a sport, it's definitely different, but not in a bad way at all. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out these episodes early and uncut over on my Patreon by becoming a patron. Patreon.com/AJRich123. Check that out. It helps the channel out. I'd really appreciate it. But if you just subscribe to this channel, that helps as well. Leaving a like, all that good stuff, leaving a comment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.